Say hello, Bloodhound. Hi, guys. Check it out. Knife bear sale on Friday around noonish. So, super busy this morning early, but not so bad right now. It's kind of slowed down a little bit, but we went through 2 rounds, so picked up some cool stuff we'll show you later on. All right, guys, we'll see you here in a little bit. Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to Cutlery. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday and a great weekend so far. Been kind of nutty the last couple of days around here, around the shop. Did a little bit on Thursday with the knife cleaning and stuff. I got some future videos to show you on that. And then Friday, I actually took off work and I headed down to Jacksonville, Alabama to the Bear & Son factory sale, the annual sale they do on their knives each year. You can see kind of in front of you that I might have been a little crazy with the purchasing. Not too bad. I was a medium roader, I'll say that, because I saw other people with a whole lot more than what I picked up. But rest assured, some of these were actually shopping for other people, so they're not all going to go in my personal collection, but many are, and I wanted to show you a few of those today. But just a little bit about the knife sale. Like I said, they do that annually. It's been a few years since I've actually been, and got kind of excited about it this year. And we showed up, me and and Clint, the Blade Bloodhound. We always go knife hunting and searching together. And we went down there, and I talked him into buying a few things. He's usually kind of tight with such things, but he watched me for a little bit pick up several things. But we'll kind of give you a rundown. Y'all probably seen the other videos about, and especially the knife doctors, on how the sale works. I won't get into that, but really you just come into the building, you get a number, you get you a bucket, and you go to work. You just go buy, go to each table. They're all in big crates, and you pick through knives. Some will have little flaws. A lot of them are seconds, little blemishes here and there. Some of them, I believe, are just overruns or overstocks, because several of the knives I have, or most of these, with a couple of exceptions, don't really have a flaw that I can see. So we'll start out kind of in the middle. When we first got in there, you'll start out with like your handle scales, your bone, and your pins and all that fun stuff. And I actually did buy some pinning material. I've been needing it for a while for some projects, especially this that I told you months ago. I was going to work on this trapper down to a single blade, and that's coming. I bought the pinning material specifically for that project. But first thing we did, we picked up, I was Christmas shopping for another person, and they give me some criteria of knives. So we picked up this basically run of the bone stag, if you call it. That's what bear, I'm sure they have a name for what it is, but it's basically a cow bone that's jigged and stagged out. But I try to get a variety of colors. But the cool thing about bear is you can find some little Easter eggs here and there. Like, it's not just bear knives, which bear knives are great, and I bought several. But they do sell the More Maker brand, which is a very cool, very high-end knife. They have some king cutters every once in a while if you'll pick through. But I like this first one right here. I believe this is one of the exceptions. This was laying there, and it's got that beautiful bone, which I love. And this one says Mount Ida, Arkansas, USA. Now, I have heard of that, and I've actually seen them when I've been to one of the factory sales before, and I'm sure it's Bear making them for this company, but I actually never researched Mount Ida. I should probably do that, but thought that knife was beautiful there. And then you can see a variable here. It's basically the same frame knife, but this one's got Bear with a 1 dot. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know, the MGC, I want to say, was the 90s, and that could be completely wrong, so please don't take my word. I am definitely not the authority on that. But the 1 dot in my mind means it's a 1999. Now, it could be a 2009, so I'm not sure, but older knife for sure. And that's the cool thing about those little Easter eggs. They're not all just brand new productions. They've been in the warehouse a long time, so no telling what you'll find. Like this one here with this pretty brown bone is a Colonel Littleton, USA. And I did hear him say that anything they make Colonel Littleton has the brass bolsters on it. It doesn't have the silver or the nickel silver. But some of these need some buffing, need a little bit of a sunshine cloth or a little bit of cleaner on them. And we're going to do that before we get them to the person who actually is going to give them for Christmas presents, I believe. But there's the same knife with a Bear & Son tang. That's a newer tang. I believe that last one down there is, yep, that's the same tang as well, the Bear & Son. So, but we got that lined up. Like this one right here, I love the bone on this one. These bolsters are good, but you can see right here it's got some dings, so that was probably the seconds part of it. So we'll take this down to the sander and try to run over it with a buffing wheel and try to get that going. It's not super deep, but the little specks in there are kind of deep. But this is definitely an old guy here. Look at the stars on that one. This is a 10 star, 10 dot. So I'm assuming this is either a 2000 or a 90. But not sure, but I like that one, so we picked it up. The next run we went around a little more, and actually I picked up, after those, I went over here and I actually picked up this wooden one. It was basically in the same price range and category, and these were roughly, I think they were $12.50 each, I believe. So, I mean, you get a good USA built knife, guys, for $12.50. I mean, can't beat that. This one's got 5 dots. So there again, I'm not sure the age, but I like this one because it was that bear head, wood down. I like that wood color that Bear does. We'll wipe this thing down too, polish it up. It'll be beautiful. But in the next section, they had these kind of knives, which I fell in love with this design. I don't know what you would call this, but this thing is cool. This is a big knife. It's almost like a big folding hunter. This is a Bear MGC as well. Got a mirror finish. Pretty dark wood. I really, really, really like this knife. And I had to pick up at least one of them. So we ended up with one of those. The next section over, we were just digging through. And like I said about those Easter eggs, you got your $12 knives, you know, just regular bone here and this and that. And all of a sudden, I popped this knife out. Now, it is missing a shield. We're gonna retrofit something in there, or we'll get us a shield, one or the other. But as you can see, the Easter egg about this guy is that's Damascus. It's an older Bear, 2-blade mini trapper with Damascus blades. $12.50, guys. So we'll get him cleaned up as well. We will figure out something about a shield. That beautiful smooth brown bone. It's really, really, really nice. If you guys can see, let me get this light a little better over here. Move stuff around. I never think about the lighting. I just start in jabbering and never think about the lighting around me. Hope that's better. But now you can probably see the Damascus a little better. Just a pretty knife and a mini trapper. So we couldn't let that go. So like finding the Easter eggs. Speaking of Easter egg, and that's the only Damascus I found, and I dug through a lot of knives on Friday, guys. Like thousands of knives I rummaged through, basically, because I was just basically raking them down, finding the bone I like, and making sure that it had snap, and keep on going. It takes a while, and it was really crowded, oddly enough, in the middle of the day on Friday. That's the reason I took off, because I knew the weekend would be super crowded, but it was super crowded down there even on Friday. But back to Easter egg. So this is the only one of these I ever saw in the sale. There could have been more, but I looked and looked and looked and never did find any. But this is a muskrat, a Moore Maker muskrat. It's still dirty. I haven't cleaned any of these guys from the factory yet. So you can see that. It's got an easy open on both sides. See all the dirt right there? All that'll come off. It's just smudging. See that Moore Maker tang stamp? But guys, look down in this thing. If you can see, and you probably can't with this camera. Look how dirty from the factory floor this is inside. So hopefully, when we get to really scrubbing and cleaning this one out, I had to have it. I knew it wasn't in the best of shape, but I had to have it because of the muskrat, and I love those easy opens. But I'm hoping that it gets some snap back. Well, that side's got it. I want to say the other one doesn't have much, but I think it's because of all that dirt inside. But pick that one up. Then we got into the Moore Maker section. And guys, let me tell you, what a deal on trapper knives. I started myself. I ran through and just bought for myself the first round through, and then I came back and I bought for others. But I wanted, when I saw the More Makers and I saw the colorations they all had, I wanted me a red, white, and blue option. I thought that'd be a very cool display. So basically, these all are the same except for the handle color. If you can see that More Maker tang stamp, Matador, Texas. 2-blade trappers. These knives are in really good shape, and that's why I believe these were good snap. I believe these were, well, that one's got a little bitty blemish right there around the, I bet that's what that is, why they call it a second. But no matter to me, will shine up beautiful. Good old red, white, and blue. See the white. I won't take long on these guys because they are these same knives. They're a model 3202B USA. More Maker. Let's see what they call the reds. It's still a 32. Yep, 3202B. Same. And got the blue. Bet it's exactly the same, and it is. Got fingerprints and dust all over them. These are going to shine so pretty. But then we got to a new section, the next section of More Makers, and there was a different kind. The first one I saw was actually this one here. Guys, this thing is gorgeous. And this was my carry for the day today. I did a post on that. But if you see, it says More, and then stamp Maker in the bolsters, both sides. The other side says Matador, and then Texas. Then it has a shield with a Texas emblem, and the other side's a star. Guys, I just thought this knife was absolutely gorgeous. I had to dig through a few of these to find a nice, good example. And they had these same ones in white bone, or in white bone, smooth bone, like you see here. But this one had a lot of checkering, the reason I liked it. And then they had it in black. I did not get the exact one in black. Actually, the black being actual buffalo horn. Guys, can you see that texture in that buffalo horn? Pick this one out because it did have some of that white coloration in it. This one doesn't have the same shields, but it does have the same bolster stamps. But just absolutely beautiful. Now, guys, these, I don't know what they retail for. I mean, I'm sure these are over $100 if you buy them retail right now from More Maker or a dealer. But these at the sale were $15. I mean, guys, you cannot beat that. You couldn't help myself. I had to buy multiples. So we got those picked up. Ran through kept on going. We actually bought a couple more of those. This is one of the white smooth bones, but doesn't have the shield, just like that black one I just showed you. So that's a different variation. We got another one over here, if you can see right here, with the shield, but it was a little bit like a lighter colored white bone, had like a tan in it, which I thought was cool. There's a black More Maker like these red, white, and blue, but yet it's just black with the shield. And then this, I'll tell you what, these are different. This guy right here is a gorgeous one. This I actually bought for someone else. I didn't pick one up for myself. It's got a little bit of carbon spot on it that we're going to buff off before we send it out. But this is a Baron Son, but that just, I don't know what they call this bone, like a brown bone, but oh, that dark, deep, beautiful look to it. I really, really, really dig this trapper. It's carbon steel. See that tang stamp? It's a new tang stamp. And they had these in a trapper and a Barlow, and I never did, I think I saw the Barlows, but I think they were gone really fast, and maybe they kept bringing more out. I'm not sure, but I wasn't able to pick up one. But I got that one there. And the other trapper, which I call an Easter egg as well, this is the only one I saw at the whole show. Baron Son makes Remington pretty often, I think. Didn't see many, but I did see this Remington trapper. Now, it is dirty, but this is all wipeable, cleanable, that we're going to clean this guy up. But you can see that Remington USA tang stamp. Got Remington trademark on the blade. This one's I believe I can make this knife shiny. Good shape all the way around. Beautiful trapper. Got that R700, which I have to believe is the Remington Model 700, the rifle, because I actually have one. So I assume that's what that's based on. Another one I got that I haven't talked about yet was actually this guy. Now, it may just look like the white smooth bone trapper, but it's got a little bit different. You see right there, it's got a little thumb stud. It's got this, it's a liner lock with a clip. So it's a single blade, white bone trapper, more maker with a pocket clip. This is the only one, again, Easter egging. This is the only one I saw in the entire place in the more maker section. I grabbed it up, snatched it up. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I noticed the lock doesn't seat very, very well. So we're going to do a little modification on that and try to get it to where it'll pop each and every time. But it was worth it. Again, $15, guys. Where are you going to find a single blade trapper with a pocket clip, white smooth bone, $15? I mean, that's amazing. All right, one more of these actually came from the sale, and then we'll get into the after sale piece. We're already getting kind of long on this video, I know, but this one came from the sale. They had a lot of these. It was just the brown straight, but I found this one and thought it was a regular Barlow for a minute, but I picked it up and got it anyway. But I love that white and the gradient and the color, the way it changes. But this is actually, it's a Bear & Son. Big, pretty main blade, sharp knife. But this is actually a bartender knife. And I didn't even think about it when I first picked it up till later. But you can see, look at that second blade, guys. Got the bottle opener and all that fun stuff. So I thought that was a cool knife and a cool pickup. Great snap on this knife. I didn't see a flaw one. The gapping is really good in this one. Nice and solid, great snap. Don't even feel a burr, like the bone is just flawless all the way across. So I thought that was a cool pickup. So I figured I'd spend enough money. Actually, I got more than that, guys. I did pick up, they had these. Check this slip out. Trapper slip. More maker, Matador, Texas. And I actually have one on my side that I was carrying today with this knife. So show you how this thing fits in there. I mean, it's just like a glove. And you wear it, put your belt through there. It's just a super cool addition. So $3, guys. $3 for a slip. Should have bought more. I blame myself for not actually buying more of those, because that was a deal. That was the deal of the day, as much as the knives were. But in that same aspect, they had these slips as well. Bear & Son. Good looking belt slip. Kind of with a cant to it. Same price, $3 or $4. I mean, it was a great deal on that as well. Picked up a couple of these, and just one of these is all I got. But so we got done with the show. Great time. I mean, actually I did. I bought some more stuff that I'll show you later on, because I got something, a project I'm working on. But I'll tell you what it is. Actually, I bought two of the large, or not super large, but about, I'd say 2 feet tall by a foot and a half, 2 feet wide. But the Bear & Son knife display cases, the kind that are stackable, like you see in stores and retail stores. I bought a couple of those. So we're actually we're going to be working on a little project. I may put a piece of metal with magnets in there for display, or I may put foam board, and so they'll press against. I don't know yet, but there will be a display coming soon, and we'll definitely video that process. But just to get real quick, we left there. We hit a couple of antique stores on the way back home. Didn't find a whole lot, but we did stop at one. And I do not recall the name of it. And matter of fact, they still have some stuff there that I want to go back and check out. So may not disclose that name just yet. But they had this knife right here, which I need your help with, guys. I don't know what this knife is. I just saw it was stag. Beautiful stag at that. Well-built knife, 3-blade. And it says Buckeye on the main blade. And if you can see that, it says Swanner or Swanner, or I just don't know what that is. I have looked it up. I've Googled it at least, and I have not found anything. But it is a Japanese knife or Japan-built knife. Brand new knife, never been used sharpened. Got a little sheepfoot blade, got a little spay. Just a different frame of a knife. I've never heard of Swanner. So if you guys know what that is, let me know. I'm very interested to find out. Picked that up cheap though. Next one I got. You know me, guys, in the Japanese frost knives, early 80s knives. Well, this is one of them, and the copperhead, as a matter of fact, is one of my favorites. This knife is brand new. Did not have a box with this one, but it has literally never been touched. Copperhead, a beautiful red or strawberry bone. Beautiful coloration, that white to red. Brand new looking knife. And the cool thing about a copperhead, I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if I'm teaching you something or whatever, but I actually knew this. How you close this knife is you compress the pin blade and close it. Otherwise, when it locks up, you're not closing that knife. So, just another one of those little cool trick, like the bolster locks I like, but just a little different trick on a knife. But I picked that one up as well, and I picked up one more. It was new in the box. You see, it's the 80s Frost Cutlery called the Game Skinner. This thing was new in the package, guys. Very cool design, shape on this knife. White smooth bone. Lock back. Heavy duty lock back. This is Japan made frost as well. You see it says it right there, lightly under surgical steel. This thing is like an absolute razor, but feels good in your hand. The shaping of that, it grips your fingers well. But very unique. They had a couple of these, and I may be going back to get those. I don't know yet. They had a couple more things that I was interested in too. But guys, they had all these knives, the copperhead, that one, and this one, $10 each. It's what I ended up. It was a little more, and we got the owner on the phone of the knives, and they cut us a deal. So thought that was a cool buy. $10 each. I'm gonna pick a brand new knife up in the 80s knives all day long. One knife I did overlook, and I know we're 22 minutes now, but guys, it's a lot of knives to go through, and I didn't want to piece part these out to you. I wanted you to see what the actual show, the bear show haul was, and this is it. There was one more knife that I forgot to mention at the bear sale. This is a Moore Maker, green bone, mini trapper, single blade with a liner lock, steel liner lock. This thing locks up hard. Beautiful knife. This is a, what's that say there, guys? 5160 LB. Just a gorgeous knife. That may be why they call it a flaw, but that is literally, it's smooth there. You can't even feel that spot. But beautiful green, strong liner lock, strong snap. They only had a couple of these left when I bought this one. He said people were digging them. They were getting those going quickly. So glad I was able to pick one of those up. But guys, that's about it for today. I have a lot of knives on tap to show you. I've been doing some shorts on some things. I've showed you other projects that I'm working on. I have not had time to get to my workshop and get those done. But I'm not even going to talk about this one. I did it in a short, but picked up this knife recently. It's going to need a lot of love and a lot of cleaning. As you can see, it's like it's been laying in a bottom of a lake. But that's a project to come, guys. We're going to make this two-blade folding hunter look like something for sure. But that's about it for today. I'm sorry I kept you so long. It's good to be back. I'm sorry it's been a couple of days since I did a video, but like I said, I've been knife shopping, so knife shopping takes precedent just about over everything on the weekends, except for deer hunting, which I've been actually done a little bit today as well. So best of both worlds I got in this weekend. But anyway, guys, I'll jump off here. Thanks so much again for your support. Appreciate everything. One thing I didn't mention, but I actually did a picture of it, so I hope you saw that. is at the Bear Knife Sale. I finally got to meet Kevin Bentley, the knife doctor. Pleasure to meet him. Gracious guy. I mean, he's just he's just a real guy, man, and he loves knives as much as the rest of us, maybe even more, to be honest, because he was buying a boatload of knives at the same time. So, but it's glad to meet you, Kevin. I appreciate it. I appreciate you actually acknowledging us, coming over and saying hello. So, but anyway, guys, we'll jump off. Like, subscribe, share the channel. Keep us going. We are over 950 subscribers. We're almost at that 1,000 mark. We will be doing a giveaway at 1,000, like I said way back. I haven't figured out what that is now, but I'm getting some inventory up, and we're going to make it a good one no matter what. But anyway, guys, share this channel. Appreciate your support. And until next time from Cutlery, we'll see you then.